We did a segment yesterday about tops, and as you know, I have my feelings about tops. Erin has hers. Erin's are, well, we made a promise, and I get that. And the state at some point needs to make good on that promise, but the question is, at what cost? And at the same time, Erin feels we made the promise to those kids and we got to make good. On the other hand, you do feel as though there should be revisions, some of them perhaps revolutionary to the way TOPS is implemented.
Yes.
And more specifically paid for. My feeling about TOPS is thus. The people of Louisiana, of all economic strata, have decided we want TOPS. Poor people think TOPS is cool because it's paying for my kid's college. Rich people think TOPS is cool because it's paying for my kid's college.
Sure, and I can stay in the golf club.
What I have said forever about TOPS is, and I will repeat it for the 10,000th time, TOPS exists because college is expensive. College is expensive because TOPS exists. Now, that's not why I brought this up. I brought this up because Matt's feelings about TOPS
He's nuts.
are rather interesting to say the least. He feels not only, and correct me if I'm wrong, young man,
I will.
You wrote a manifesto, a treatise, an epistle online yesterday at 710keel.com, and basically you reviewed and explained to everyone why you think, in addition to posting yesterday's segment about TOPS, the audio, you feel as though TOPS is not only bad for Louisiana education as a state, but you also feel to a greater degree that TOPS is damaging Louisiana's young people. Is that unfair?
No, that is absolutely true.
Explain, and you can refer to the article that you wrote. Good Lord, man, it's close to 1,000 words.
Yeah, pretty close.
Explain to everybody, and you can refer to that if you so desire, because it may, bluntly put, keep you a little damn calmer, son.
Well,
because when you start riffing, you start spitting, you turn into Bobcat Goldthwait. And I'm not sure we either. Exactly. Do we really need that again? So I want you to explain to everybody as calmly as you can.
Why you hate kids so much?
Actually, I like kids, and if people thought more like me, they would, actually help our children out.
Okay, take it.
Let me ask one question. What are kids actually learning in school? We'll start there. What are they actually being prepared for?
They should be prepared for college.
No, exactly. They're getting prepared for college. They're not getting prepared for life. They're not getting prepared for work. They're getting prepared on taking standardized tests and going to college. What's one thing I think we can all agree on?
Not everybody should go to college.
Not everybody is college. So basically, you're taking a small portion of kids who are actually, need to go to college, who could be doctors and lawyers and professors. You're got that small little portion of kids, while the rest of them are like, what are we doing? They just can't. So
there's a huge flaw in your logic.
No, there's
because
not.
you say we should be rewarding only the best and the brightest should get these scholarships.
Yeah.
Those kids are going to get scholarships anyway. They're going to go to Harvard or MIT.
Well, that's
and
why
going to be
TOPS
paid for.
should be kicked to the curb.
Excuse me, just a
completely
second.
kick it to the curb?
Pardon
are you a moron?
Pardon me just a second. Excuse me. Pardon me, Bernie Sanders. But isn't the flaw in your arguments?
Is he talking to you?
No, I'm talking to you.
Dummy.
Because basically what you're saying is that no matter the cost and no matter the qualifications.
No, you want to put words in my mouth. I want it reformed. I want it to go to those who most need it. But I don't see anything wrong with giving an average student some help to keep shut up a minute, to keep them in Louisiana. What is wrong with trying to keep an average student in our state where they might settle here, raise their children here, open a business here, and you know what? That average student might excel at college.
Oh, you're talking about keeping kids here to work jobs. That's what you just said, right?
Go to college and improve themselves.
How about instead of sending them to college where they may or may not succeed, how about we send them to a vocational school? Because we got all these positions that we can't fill, skilled labor, all these things that we have no people for. How about those kids that don't need to go to college. How about we invest in them? Hey, you know what? You go here, you learn this trade, and then when you get out, we will help you find a job. Then
there's room for those kids too. But I don't see a problem with giving an average kid a leg up on college. They might excel. They might be just the kid who goes off to become a doctor. But when I say reform, I want to be sure those kids that go and waste my TOPS money at college, I want that money back.
In wrapping up the segment, always remember, and you've heard me say this, and it drives you crazy because I keep repeating it. The student is no longer the customer.
Yes, I get that.
Okay, if someone else pays, i.e. the state of Louisiana or the federal government, whoever it happens to be, there are no checks and balances. Your laws of economic supply and demand get totally warped and thrown out of whack.
Right.
The reason that college tuition is so high is because somebody other than the student is paying. And as long as that snake eating its tail equation exists, where Louisiana is paying for it, or the federal government is paying for it, or somebody...
It's happening nationwide.
That's the whole point.
So there's no problem. Think about what is the benefit to keeping these kids in our state so they don't go to UT. They don't go to Arkansas or Ole Miss. They stay here.
The goal should be to make college affordable so that government has less control, so that when kids come out of college,
I love that idea.
Okay, then you have to end the programs that currently are causing college tuition to continue to rise.